Hey, yo, what's up? So, I wanted to talk about how people will try to give others unsolicited advice. And it's basically just done to feed their own ego and feel morally superior. It's like the people who say that relationships are merit based when they're obviously not. It doesn't take a genius to really find out and come to the conclusion that relationship and attraction isn't moral or merit based. You can just you can just see from the countless amount of people that do harm upon others and will be able to enter relationships. Just go to a prison, right? And the just being attracted felon theory, right? Where, people will come in and to see their partner in prison. You would think that they would, just break up with them once they go to prison, but they don't, right? Some people still remain with their partner. They're like, oh, bro, but they're such good people then, right? Because they just try to maintain and work through their relationship problems, right? But that's actually absurd to think, right? Because you'd think, oh, bro, personality matters, right? Yet these people are with sometimes violent criminals, right? People who decide to inflict harm upon others, right? And, I don't think most people are going to disagree when I say that's a bad personality, right? If you decide to physically harm others or physically, damage or steal other people's property, then that's just not a good personality trait, right? Whether I don't really see how you can disagree with that take, to me. I mean, if you want to, sure, but then I guess you have a bad personality. So these people will just not, it will disregard what you say, right? Because you have a bad personality, bro. So obviously we kind of established that you don't need a good personality to get into a relationship. You don't need or relationships aren't merit based. They're not a report card on your personality or anything like that. There's other reasons for attraction, right? That are not moral or merit based. No one is attracted to someone just because they're a good person, right? That comes after they pass the initial looks test, right? So the going back to the point, right? How everyone tries to moralize everything, right? That's why I talked about it. We could go back to the other example I used too, right? Where people moralize things like acne, right? It's like, oh, bro, you just have acne because you're just you're just being gross and you don't wash your face, bro, and you just touch your face after probably rubbing all these nasty public transportation surfaces, right? You must just take your face and rub it on random door handles, bro. The handrails in the subway. It's like people will just do everything, right? It's like, oh, you just don't shower, bro. They'll do everything to moralize when acne isn't a moral issue. It's more so like just genetics and hormones, right? Stuff that you don't really have all that much agency over. Sure, some acne can be maybe controlled due to lifestyle changes, but at the end of the day, if someone has oily, acne-prone skin, they didn't do anything to deserve that, right? They're just born and they have that. It's just luck of the draw, luck and genetics, aka life. So going back to the point of when people decide to give unsolicited advice, they're kind of doing the same thing. They want to hear themselves talk, basically, right? So it's a combination of trying to feel morally superior to someone that they see as beneath them, right? They see the person that they're giving advice to as beneath them. It's like, oh, bro, I have more experience or whatever, right? They think themselves as qualified for whatever reason, right? It's because they qualify themselves, right? There's no they didn't go through some, like rigorous, whatever, right? Anything that, for sure qualifies or certifies them to give proper advice, right? Advice. And they just give it because they're narcissistic a lot of the times, right? Like to hear themselves talk and want to feel morally superior to someone that they see is below them. It's almost like kicking someone when they're already down, right? It's basically what they're doing. Because they'll always find a way to move the goalpost at the end of the day, right? Oh, bro, well, if their advice doesn't work, right? Because they just can't be wrong, right? When they're obviously wrong. What their advice isn't actually coming from a good place, right? It's, like I said, it's mostly coming from a place of wanting them to hear themselves talk, wanting to make themselves feel better about being morally superior to someone else, right? About helping the poor and the needy, right? It's like people who give money to homeless or charities, not mostly, I guess it's like rich people who give money to charities for like tax breaks or whatever it is, right? It's mostly done as a way to benefit yourself, right? Not because you actually care about the cause or the foundation or whatever, right? It's done for a selfish reason. And that's why these people give their advice. They want to feel better, right? And they want others to see them, especially when they give advice in a public forum. They want others, hey, everyone, look at me. I'm giving advice to the somewhat that I deem as less than me, right? That's what they're doing for a lot of the time. Because, they'll also just give the advice and talk to you in a condescending tone, right? Like, oh, bro, well, you should have just done this. It's like, why didn't you do this? It's because you're just being dumb or whatever, right? It's always in, that kind of tone. And what is it? And from a place of being very narrow-minded a lot of the time and not being able to understand the concept of different people have different genetics, therefore they have different brain chemistry, therefore they have different life experiences, right? Therefore they react to stressors in life differently, right? That's just the way it is. It is kind of comedic in a way, right? When you can kind of see right through it, because especially in this case, right? It's even funnier because the thing is, they come to it's like they come to my channel, right? And where I get to do where I decide what to post, right? And where I post not for advice, right? I've never asked, hey, bro, how can I get a girlfriend? Like, help me out, bro. I've never asked for help on how to get a girlfriend, right? All I do is I talk about, why I'm undesirable to women and like adjacent topics, right? Never asking for help though on like, hey, bro, like, please comment. How can I help me get a girlfriend, bro? All that stuff, right? I've never done that. I just talk about life experiences and being undesirable to women and adjacent topics. Never have I asked for help or any of that stuff, right? And I only tell those experiences, my life experiences, right? It's not even like, oh, feel sorry for me, bro. I tell them because I find them funny, right? And I don't care if no one else does, right? Because I find them funny, so I derive enjoyment from them. So and if someone else Obviously, to some extent, some other people do, or else, they wouldn't watch it. There are some people who are very low IQ and watch stuff that they legitimately do not enjoy, which is, a strange concept, right? It's like, I don't watch YouTube videos from other people that I don't like, right? I just click on don't recommend this channel anymore when when I see a thumbnail on something that I already don't like this video or whatever, right? When it's like, oh bro, how to 3 foods you shouldn't eat to lose weight or something like that. It's like, all right. Or like some kind of obvious thing that's like, oh bro, this type of cardio doesn't help you, whatever. It's like, I just click on do not recommend channel anymore. That's all I do. I don't like click on the video or anything. I just don't. I click on do not recommend, and it is what it is. That's all I do. I don't watch the video or do anything. But some people, they're like, oh bro, I gotta watch this video. I won't enjoy it. It's like, why would you say this? Isn't even something you gain a benefit. It's not like something where it's like delayed gratification, right? Where it's like, oh, if I watch this video, then something good will happen to me later. It's not like that. It's like, oh, it's like if I eat this, if I eat vegetables or whatever, and then I don't like them, but I'll eat them anyways because it'll make me healthy in the long term, right? If like you don't like your vegetables or something like that, right? It's not even something like that. It is there's no benefit to watching YouTube videos about content you don't enjoy, right? So it is genuinely a brainlet move to like continue to watch it. So it's honestly kind of funny in a way where it's almost like having a stalker to some extent, right? In a way where it's like these people cannot get enough of you, right? It's almost kind of enjoyable, and it's like you think, I thought I didn't have a life. but then sometimes it's like these people who will watch videos and like comment, and it's like it's like, bro, I thought I didn't have a life. But it's like, I guess this is what a real no life looks like. It's like, it's over when even other losers think you don't have a life. It's kind of it is genuinely funny. But yeah, going back to the point, the main point, right? A lot of other people do that, right? It's like doing stuff, to help others just for the sake of feeling better to some extent. And how I know it's true is because even I do it, right? I feel good. I felt good. I guess I still do feel good about thinking about it, right? About my 2 EGS, right? I felt good about, buying them things that I knew that they liked, right? Like, I think I already talked about it, about the first EGF back in like 2021, where she played League of Legends. But I didn't know she played on her brother's laptop. And one day she said they got into an argument, and then her brother wouldn't let her borrow the laptop to play. So she was kind of sad or whatever. So then, at that point, you're gonna think it's cringe, but yeah, I went on Amazon without telling her, and I did buy her a gaming laptop. It's like I didn't tell her, and then So, and I don't even talk to her anymore. So you're like, oh bro, you wasted how much? How much money did you waste on a girl there? And it's like $1,000. So yeah, I don't. Let's see, how old was I? And then, yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's like I did like her, so it's not like I feel bad or like, oh man, I really regret it? No, I guess not really, because I guess in the moment it did make her happy, right? Um, I mean, she always said she's gonna return it, and it's like, no, I'm gonna return it or whatever, and all that stuff. And but I told her no, blah blah blah, just play or whatever. Then I mean, so it's, yeah, it is. Maybe she could have said it, all that stuff, but it's like, you know, I don't think she genuinely tried. Maybe you think, oh, bro, you're so naive, but I mean, she sent me like the like unsolicited pictures, if you know what I mean, before I did anything, you know. So it's like, I don't think, you know, she was like totally just trying. I don't know. You don't know, bro. It's like, I don't even know either, right? But you can say, oh, bro, yeah, you're a simp, you got played, whatever. But it's whatever, bro. It's like, honestly, like I said, it is what it is. And like, I felt good about the fact that, you know, oh, I know she would like that thing, and it would make her happy, and it's whatever. And maybe she's still playing League, and whatever. It is what it is. I don't, like I said, I don't really regret, like I don't regret it. It's not the end of the world, because it's only, I mean, at the end of the day, it's only $1,000, and so it's not like a crazy amount of money, but you're like, oh, bro, then why don't you spend it on surgery? But the thing is, like, I don't really care that much about that, right? Compared to, you know, actually just making her happy in the moment, because, you know, in the moment, I cared about her. Like, well, I mean, even then, right now, like, even though I haven't talked to her in years, though, like, I still wouldn't, like, wish anything negative upon her, or be like, oh yeah, like, I hate her so much. It's like, she's whatever, XYZ or whatever, right? Like, even then, I still don't feel that way, or, you know, negatively or anything about her, right? Because it's like, at the end of the day, right, it's like, how can I feel negatively about her if you know, I did like her, right? So it's like, I don't think she's a bad person, right? If she was a bad person, then I wouldn't have wanted to engage with her at all. And, you know, same thing with the second EGF, right? You know, any of the stuff that I got her or whatever, you know, or paid for, what is it, or a meal or something, because like I said in the other video that she liked In-N-Out or whatever, so it's like, yeah, I'll buy it. I mean, all this stuff, right, it's no big deal, to be honest, right? I mean, because in the moment, you know, it makes me feel good, right? It was a dopamine hit for me, so in a way it is kind of selfish. It's selfish because it makes someone else happy. So, you know, that's the whole point I'm trying to say, right? That even things that make other people happy and feel good are going to be somewhat selfish because they make yourself feel good, right? But the thing is, these other people don't actually genuinely care about the person they're trying to give advice to, though, in a way, in the same way that, you know, I genuinely cared about, you know, both of my EGFs, right? Because you can say, oh, bro, that's so cringy, and you're a simp, whatever, for caring about a girl. You don't even really know in real life. It's like, sure, maybe, but you know, that's the thing. You know, this is a complete side tangent from the topic, and then I'll probably just end the video on this side topic. But, you know, it's weird that I'd rather be in an online long distance relationship with a girl that's, you know, at least North American than try to ever, you know, geomax with someone from another country, another continent, and like another country, right? And like basically from a non-Western country, just because of the culture difference, right? Because I know for the most part, I think I just genuinely, it's just too much for me, right? I know I genuinely do not want to deal with a completely different culture, right? Where they have different values and stuff like that, right? Especially if they have more family values, right? And not family as in they care about, like, because that may maybe that's not the right word, but the thing is, I actually feel like I can connect more with someone else who doesn't really like their family to some extent, just because it's common ground. But not necessarily someone who just doesn't want a family, right? But someone who just doesn't like their own family. Just because, I don't really like or get along with mine. So we would have common ground on there, right? And when someone does really cares about like their mom or their dad or their grandparents, to me it almost seems weird and cringy, right? And they have a close relationship with them, right? It almost seems weird and cringy because I feel very distant, and I don't really like mine just because we've never really gotten along because we have very different point of views in the way we see the world, right? So, and we just kind of always just lived together, almost like we're basically just roommates. We've always just been roommates my entire life. Like, they'll raise me and provide monetary support, right? That was the main thing that they pretty much did, just monetary support. But like, I guess sometime in like after middle school for sure, right? But through like high school and like after, it's never really been emotional support or any of that kind of stuff that you would think that family was supposed to give you, right? We just don't even really interact much at all. We're just like roommates that are like, oh yeah, they're there, and I'm over here, and we just happen to be related, but not much interaction goes on because we just don't really have anything in common at the end of the day, other than just being related. And what do you know? Just being related is not enough reason, right? At least not enough reason for me. For some people it might be enough, but just because I'm related to someone doesn't mean that I'll force myself to like them, right? Because I do have agency over that, right? If I don't like someone, I just won't interact with them because there's no point. Why am I gonna force myself to put myself through this humiliation ritual or forced interaction with someone who I don't even really enjoy talking to, right? And who I know will just end up just mentally draining me, right? Like, there's no point in talking to someone who you find dealing with mentally exhausting or emotionally exhausting, right? That's at a certain point of like when you constantly try to deal with someone like that, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm done. I just don't want to deal with someone like this. I'd rather just cut ties or just do the very bare minimum. I'll still be like civil with them, right? But it's like we just only talk the very bare minimum that needs to be talked, not really engage together and talk in a more like what you'd expect, right? Where people who are close to their family, right? Where they have typical conversations. Oh, how's your day or whatever. It's like, what you've been up to, all this stuff with their family. Like, I don't have that. Like, even when I go out to eat with my family, which you'd think I wouldn't do, but I actually do. I even sometimes don't really even say much sometimes, right? Because what am I going to do, right? Because it's like I almost feel lonelier going out with them than I would just going out by myself, because it's the feeling of like, wow, this could actually be enjoyable, like going out and eating and enjoying a social gathering with people. This could be enjoyable if only I was with people that I actually liked to be with, not with people who just kind of mentally exhaust me and whatever. So it is. So yeah, TLDR, there on that last point is I just get along better, or I feel like I can connect and bond more over that shared trauma, I guess what it is. I guess it's trauma bonding in a way. That's why I don't know if I said it here or on another channel where I guess I am just to some extent attracted to mentally ill women. Because whatever, or some synonym to that, right? Where, because I guess you could say that, oh, bro, you're mentally ill because you don't get along with your family. Or something like that, right? You can say that. Or women with problems, right? So, yeah, that's kind of it for now. So later.